Hey kids, welcome to story time. Today we're reading Busytown Boat Race. Bring, bring. The alarm clock rings on Mr. Frumble's bedside table. Good morning, Hat, said Mr. Frumble, sitting up. Aha, I just remembered. It's the Busytown Boat Race today. How I love a good boat race. Mr. Frumble dances around the room. Crash! Be careful, Mr. Frumble. Good morning, boat, says Mr. Frumble as he walks over to the garage. Fine wind today, he says. I better hurry. I don't want to miss the race. Mr. Frumble hops in his pickle car and drives off with his pickle boat in tow. But the boat's mast catches on his neighbor's clothesline. Ping! Watch out, Mr. Frumble. Mr. Frumble steers his pickle car through Busytown with the clothesline flapping from the mast of his pickle boat. Oh no! Look out, Mr. Frumble! Oops! Mr. Frumble just misses Soybean Goat's fruit truck. Everyone is getting ready for the boat race. Sprout Goat puts the finishing touches on his corncob boat. Bananas Gorilla gives his banana boat a final check, and Millie Mouse hoists the sail on her pencil boat. Huckle and Lowly's boat stands in the Cat family's driveway. Wow, Dad, I bet we have the best boat in Busytown, exclaims Huckle. I hope it floats, mutters Lowly. Don't worry, Lowly, replies Father Cat. Now that she's painted, she'll float like a cork. Here come Bruno Bear and Miss Honey, towing a hot dog boat. Good luck at the race, Sergeant Murphy shouts as they pass by. Mr. Fix-It raises the sail of his bathtub boat. Voila, he exclaims. But his boat is too tall and too wide to squeeze through the door. Good morning, Mr. Fix-It, says Hilda as she passes with her hippo dinghy. Father Cat pushes Huckle and Lowly's boat off the trailer and into the water. Anchors away, calls out Huckle. Aye, aye, Captain, Lowly replies. At last, Mr. Frumble arrives at the boat ramp. Prepare to launch, he cries. Would you like a hand? asks Father Cat. Oh, no thank you. I'm a born sailor, Mr. Frumble replies with confidence. Clank, rumble, splash. Shiver me timbers, says Mr. Frumble as he watches his pickle car follow his pickle boat into the water. At last, all the boats are ready for the big race. April Rhino's Coast Guard cutter makes its way to the starting line. All the skippers prepare for the Busytown Boat Race, April calls through the megaphone. Starting time now! Bang goes the starting cannon. They're off, calls out Father Cat, looking through his binoculars from the shore. Mr. Frumble's pickle boat wobbles into sight. The pickle boat rocks violently from side to side. It zigzags and circles and suddenly veers off toward Banana's banana boat. Watch out where you're going, Mr. Frumble, Bananas Gorilla calls out. But it's too late. Boom! Bananas Gorilla dives into the water as his boat capsizes. Uh-oh, here comes Mr. Frumble, shouts Lowly. The pickle boat is heading straight for Huckle and Lowly, but they manage to get out of the way just in time, thanks to Lowly. Watch out, Mr. Frumble! Crash! Mr. Frumble's pickle boat cuts Millie Mouse's pencil boat in half. Fortunately, April Rhino is not too far behind, and she fishes poor Millie out of the water. Millie watches the rest of the race from the Coast Guard cutter. Bang! Mr. Frumble's boat sinks the corncob boat. Bam! The hot dog boat. And wham! Hilda Hippo's dinghy. April Rhino is there to pick up the victims, one after the other. Mr. Frumble races back and forth across Busytown Harbor. He's out of control. Mr. Frumble must have learned how to sail on a destroyer, remarks Lowly. Clang! Mr. Frumble finally crashes into April Rhino's sturdy Coast Guard cutter. The pickle boat sinks out of sight. Oh dear, sighs Mr. Frumble as he waits to be rescued. The few boats that are still afloat approach the finish line. Lowly and Huckle zoom across just ahead of the others. We won! We won! Shout Lowly and Huckle, jumping up and down. I'm so proud of you two sailors, Father Cat says to Huckle and Lowly. Thanks, Dad, Huckle replies, but I don't think we can take all the credit. We had a little help from Mr. Frumble. Here comes April's Coast Guard cutter. Be careful, Mr. Frumble! Splash! Poor Mr. Frumble. Thanks for joining us for story time. See you next week.
Continue to learn at home with other great videos from the North Carolina Transportation Museum on Facebook, YouTube, and nctrans.org. The North Carolina Transportation Museum in Spencer is the museum that moves you.